This is kind of interesting here. If we go to Genesis chapter 37, we see Joseph's dreams. Verse 37, and Jacob dwelt in the land wherein his father was a stranger in the land of Canaan. These are the generations of Jacob. Joseph, being 17 years old, was feeding the flock with his brethren, and the lad was with the sons of Bilhah and with the sons of Zilpah, his father's wives. And Joseph brought unto his father their evil report. So these are the brothers that are from Bilhah and Zilpah. This is not Reuben, Simeon, Levi, or Judah. These are the sons of Jacob's other wives, which is interesting. And then it says that Israel loved Joseph more than all his children because he was the son of his old age. He made him a coat of many colors. And when his brethren saw their father loved him more than all his brethren, they hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. So I think this is more in reference. I know it could sound like all the brothers, but I think this is more in reference to Bilhah and Zilpah's sons. Why? Because later, after Joseph tells the dreams, and then Jacob says, hey, go check out your brothers. And when they saw him afar off, even before he came near them, they conspired against him to slay him. And they said one another, behold, here comes this dreamer. Come now, therefore, let us slay him and cast him into some pit. And we always think that all the brothers were together. We will say some evil beast has devoured him, and we shall see what will become of his dreams. And Reuben heard it. So he heard what they were going to do, and he delivered him out of their hands and said, let us not kill him. So he stood up for his brother, Joseph. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that he might rid him out of their hands to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass, so sometime later, when Joseph was come to his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of his coat and his coat of many colors that was on him. And they took him and cast him into a pit, and the pit was empty, and there was no water in it. So that could mean that they dropped him into the pit, and maybe it was like 10 feet, 20 feet, 30 feet deep. We don't know. All we know is there was no water in it. And they sat down to eat bread, and they lifted up their eyes and looked, and behold, a company of Ishmaelites came from Gilead with their camels, bearing spicery, balm, and myrrh, going to carry it down to Joseph. And Judah, another brother of Leah, one of the sons of Leah, tried to come up with a way to help Joseph. I know it sounds kind of weird because they're selling him, but it beats the alternative because they were just going to leave him in the well to die. And Judah said unto his brethren, what profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? So Judah stood up for Joseph, and so did Reuben. They're trying to get Joseph away from these other brothers. Come, let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother and our flesh. And his brethren were content. Which is kind of interesting. So then they sold him. And then, here's the interesting thing. Let's just continue reading here. Right here. Well, I'll just read the whole thing. Verse 28. Then there passed by the Midianites merchantmen, and they drew and lifted up Joseph out of the pit, and sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites for 20 pieces of silver. They brought Joseph into Egypt. And Reuben returned unto the pit. I think he was going to rescue Joseph. And behold, Joseph was not in the pit. And he rent his clothes, and he returned unto his brethren and said, the child is not, and I, whither shall I go? So it's almost like he didn't know what was going on. He didn't know where Joseph went. Judah probably knew, because he's the one that came up with the idea. But they did not want to kill Joseph. The other brothers, the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, wanted to kill Joseph, or at least let him starve to death. So I find that kind of interesting. Anyways, if you got something out of this, let me know if you thought about this. And thanks for watching.